in the dust-blown ruins of the post-apocalyptic world, where cities were just skeletons and road signs were unreliable at best, rode a nomad known only as Broke Pick. And let me tell you, anyone who met him had to admit the nickname was fitting. He had no tribe, no home, and no plan beyond the next horizon. What he did have was a motorcycle and his picks. He left a trail of empty mason jars in his wake. The moonshine he brewed kept both him and his bike running. Broke Pick had learned early on that in the end times, locks meant hope. A locked door usually hid food. He always needed more potatoes for his Mashore ammo, or some shiny prickle-apps nonsense. Once, memorably, it was a single can of peaches, guarded like a national secret. Unlocked doors, on the other hand, hid disappointment and raccoons with serious attitude problem. So Broke Pick rode and searched and picked. He'd spot a padlock glinting in the sun and skid to a stop like a pilgrim reaching holy ground. "Don't worry, friend," he'd mutter, rolling out his tools. And that's when the tragedy would strike every single time. Snap, another pick broken. You see, Broke Pick had hands like hydraulic presses and the emotional control of a caffeinated ferret. Subtlety was not his strong suit, but he was never deterred. Broke Pick simply made new picks from whatever the wasteland provided. Windshield wiper blades, rusty nails, parts falling off his own Harley. He even used the spoon he bent with his teeth in sheer optimism. Once, disastrously, a toothbrush. His saddlebags rattled with improvised metal horrors that only resembled lockpicks if you squinted and lowered your expectations. And against all odds, it usually worked. He picked lockers in abandoned gyms and found protein bars older than civilization itself. He cracked safes and uncovered treasure maps that led absolutely nowhere. He opened one heavily fortified door and discovered a single sticky note that read, "Nice try, BP." Broke Pick laughed so hard he broke another pick. When people asked him why he kept roaming, why he didn't just settle down, Broke Pick would shrug and rev his engine. "Every lock's got a story," he'd say, "and usually snacks." And so he rode on, across cracked highways and forgotten towns, chasing that sacred click, leaving behind a trail of broken picks, bent metal, and opened doors. In a world that had fallen apart, Broke Pick remained hopeful, because somewhere out there was one more lock. And this time, he was pretty sure the haul would be worth 100 broken picks.